Before we even dive into this video, I want to disclose immediately that this is nothing more than theory. There's no guarantee that this is going to come into fruition, it's just an idea, a concept, so don't take it as anything too seriously. But Adam Aaron, as you all know, has posted in the last couple of days that he still intends to quote-unquote pounce. Now, a lot of people have been wondering what that means. And again, we're here to discuss some of the, I'm going to say it once more, potential theories as to what that could look like. So don't read too much into it, it's just an idea. If it was on Reddit, it would come under the tinfoil hat area, but let's have a read of some things which I want to discuss. Now, the first idea is the concept of AMC and Paramount, and there are a lot of reasons as to why people are thinking about this one. We're going to have a look at some of the main ones. Now, first is going to be coming from July the 7th by the user whose name is listed there. It says, this name change also just happened. A Paramount and AMC merger would be insane. And it says, Viacom CBS, if it will hurry up and load. Yeah, Viacom CBS has renamed itself to Paramount in a nod to the company's historic movie-making past and its streaming future. The chairwoman has said and announced that the name change this week, or rather announced the name change this week during the virtual Investor Day to share the company's strategy and upcoming programming. Now, that's one of the reasons why people are interested in this concept. The second one, or at least one of the other ones, is this. It says, soon, for the first time in 74 years, major film studios will be allowed to own movie theatres, and here's a glimpse of what could happen. Now, this is happening this August, apparently, for the first time in 74 years. Now, why is the August period so important? Because if we have a look to one of the other pieces, which isn't actually here, but we'll get to it in just a moment, AMC's earnings are anticipated to be in the August period, and perhaps something may be announced at that time. So that's one theory that people are looking to. Now, of course, we're also seeing this second piece, so I'm going to read all the pieces out just for the context here. So, stock for stock merger, shareholders of the target company will have their shares replaced with shares in the new company. The shares are in proportion to the existing shares, and the share exchange is rarely 1-for-1. Of course, because the price is rarely 1-for-1 anyway. Now, the last piece, I believe, coming from this user is saying about how I read the answers. I don't think they did your question justice. Basically, when a stock you are shorted is acquired, you are out of luck. The share price can rise to reflect the new information. A new class of buyer enters, and the best you can do is cover quickly and go on. And that's just a quick piece saying about what could happen if there was a merger, because as I've been trying to highlight, whether you're here for the technicals, the fundamentals, or the squeeze, some fundamental news is just too important to ignore. So that's one way of looking at it. And again, like I was trying to say, hopefully we can find a piece discussing it. AMC's earnings will be coming up in the next couple of weeks, probably, or at least some point into August. So this tweet does sort of summarize it, and it says it's Paramount movement regarding, obviously, the Paramount content that we were looking at a minute ago. To read between the lines, as Adam Aaron said, what usually happens when two companies join earnings calls? AMC was scheduled for the date shown here, which is of course in the early part of next month, I believe. And of course the new date is shown here as well. You can thank me later, but this will be a super pounce as promised. And indeed, if that is true and if this is what does happen, it could be very, very big. So that's one way of thinking about it. And that is something definitely to look forward to. Now, other people are looking to the concept of potentially, and I think this one is a little bit more far out there than Paramount, but not impossible either way. A lot of people are looking to Disney, the potential of a Disney merger. So again, this one is coming under tinfoil hat, don't take it too seriously once more, and the Reddit user's name is there, so massive credit to them. Their thoughts on this is this: I don't think it is as far-fetched as some people may think. Not many mergers are considered a win-win, but this one, if true, would rocket its market. A debt-free AMC will issue dividends, ultimately flushing out shorts and synthetic shares. Such merger would kill the short thesis. I'm not hyping. Those who know me know that I have been invested in AMC since February of 21. In my humble opinion, If done correctly, Moass is imminent, and there will be nothing the hedge funds and market manipulators and corrupt banks can do about it. I'm sure their skunks are reading this and saying to themselves, damn, dumb money held and held and held and bought the dips and bought and held and so on and so on. Even through every article and all of that crap. I'm not about to lose my job. We will pounce, patience, and if no merger, no worries. I only see good things coming our way. For once, I will continue to buy and hold for as long as it takes. At many times, my greed hopes for a massive dip so I can buy more and more. And this is the thing. How can we lose with a mentality like this? We're closer to the bottom than we are to the top. And what I mean by that is, most of us have seen highs when we zoom out to the past. Probably the 5-year chart is best. Most of us have seen highs at 72. So from 72 to where we are now, let's be honest with ourselves, if we can highlight it, we are down by more than 72%. So with a drop of 72%, and actually the lows were more like 78%, after dropping that low, people would have sold in theory. But being as they didn't, and we've seen highs this high and we didn't sell here and we didn't sell here, we're not going to sell by now, most likely. So if no one's selling, it's a waiting game. And everybody is anticipating great things from Adam Aaron, as he does intend to release them some point soon. And a lot of people are thinking it could be something related to earnings, or at least some potential of a merger in the near future. Now, as I said, I am going to highlight it once more at the end of the video. This is a theory, so do not take it too seriously. But I do think now there is some potential. Again, this is one of those scenarios, like the user does actually go on to comment. It is a win-win. We're looking at companies, whether it's Disney, whether it's Paramount, tied to AMC, that would be great. AMC has come into a position where it is looking to be in a great financial state, debt-free and the like, and that's going to be very, very beneficial to the company's future. And then you have to think about it. If that was to happen, what can the shorts do? Because that is an absolute fundamental catastrophe for the shorts. It's a complete win for us, but for them, it would be an absolute loss, because there's no way that you can argue any fairer than that. That is a fundamental win on the long side. So yeah, I'm feeling very bullish about this next couple of weeks, but like I said, I believe it was in our very last video, I don't read too much into it. If it does happen this way, it happens this way. If it doesn't happen this way, then we're in the same place that we were anyway. So I'm very excited to see what Adam Aaron does release in the next couple of weeks and months. Very excited to see where the company's direction is going to be headed from now. I think we are in a great position. So tell me what you think to this down below. Is it just a theory that won't go any further than that, or is it something that you can actually see happening? Because I do want to hear what you have to say on it. So guys, thank you so much for viewing the video. If you enjoyed it, again, do smash that like and subscribe. But for now, goodbye.